All right, honey, I am back to talk about Eugene Harris, honey. The tape then ran out. It didn't stop, but I won't stop, honey. Okay? So we're back talking about Eugene Harris, who was born on August 9th. Like I said before, the book said he is altruistic. We know that means somebody that is unselfish, selfless, self-sacrificing. We see Eugene do that all the time on the couples trips, cooking and cleaning for all the couples, how he caters to Toya, cooking for her, making drinks for her, taking care of the kids, providing for her, by being this doctor, by being a director at, the different hospitals he works at. Okay, it also said that Eugene is thoughtful. We know what thoughtful means. That means somebody that is always, thinking of others and doing what's best for others. That really coincides with him being altruistic. His weaknesses is he is righteous, which means he feels like he's morally right or justifiable. I remember I was a bit irritated with him when it came to Curtis cheating on Jackie. Yes, Curtis was wrong, but I felt like that was more or less for Jackie to comment on, since Curtis is the one that cheated on her. I felt like him and Toya had way too many moral judgments about what Curtis did. I think Eugene said that Curtis dunked in the wrong basket. I think on one of the episodes on season 5, and I believe it was on the couples trip, Curtis had mentioned he had a miscalculation in judgment, which is what caused him to cheat. And Eugene was like, no, that's not why you cheated. That's not, stay out of people's business. The man was wrong. He came back humbled. I'm not Curtis's biggest fan. I'm not at all, you guys, trying to take up for him. I'm just trying to provide examples, right, of Toya and Eugene's, behavior on the show, right? And you could kind of tell that Eugene, just felt like he was right to do that, right? He does act like an authoritarian. I'm gonna say this. I really don't like how him and Toya treat Quad. I feel like if you go back, you guys, and watch the show, him and Toya was very nice to Quad when Quad was in proximity to Dr. Greg. When they were married, they were nice and friendly, with Quad. It seemed like once she got a divorce from him, they was trying to get her kicked off the show. They started calling her lonely and miserable, and Eugene was trying to act like he was Quad's daddy, honey. All of that energy, I never understood it from Toya and Eugene. As it pertains to Quad, I'm not saying Quad is perfect, but to me, you guys, they really began picking on her after she got that divorce. I never understood it. But him being an authoritarian, it means he can act like a dictator, he knows, everything. He knows what's right for, everybody in every situation. It also says he has a weakness when it comes to prodding. Okay? And basically that means he likes to poke, he likes to jab, he likes to dig. And like I said before, a lot of that comes out, when he's poking at Quad. He poked at Curtis, and it was very interesting when Kieran made that joke, him and Anila and them dressing up as U-Haul people, as mover people for Toya and Eugene, because they're always moving. Toya and Eugene couldn't laugh that off. Right now, Eugene is always on the sidelines, making jokes about Curtis, making jokes about Quad, but now the joke is on you. You can't take the joke. So, do you see what I'm saying? Like, I didn't understand that. That didn't make Eugene's character look good. Um, so yeah, he has some ways about him, you guys, where he needs to like grow up. And one thing that's kind of missing from Toya and Eugene's marriage is sometimes they don't tell each other the truth at the right times. Like, okay, you're doing too much. I mean, there were times Eugene told Toya she was going too far, like when she was trying to cuss Contessa out. What was that, season 6? And Contessa couldn't make it to the little doctor's party that Toya, threw on behalf of Eugene's promotion, but it was really supposed to be celebrating her birthday. Y'all remember that weird party she threw? So yeah, he got on her when it came to that, but like all this moving and stuff, like as a man, you got to put your foot down and be the man that your wife can respect, right? And we respect somebody that says yes, somebody that says no, somebody that's like, hey, cut it out. We're not doing that. That's going to make the family look bad. Like he needs to be like more like resolute with Toya. And learn how to take a joke. You always, dishing all these jokes out. But his birthday says the day of psychological leverage. It says those born on August 9th can be a tower of strength for those dependent on them. Excellent team players. They give definition to any group endeavor in which they are involved. Though certainly gratified by positions of leadership, those born on this day do not necessarily indulge their egos at the expense of the common good. And I told y'all, I don't really pick up on like this misogynistic undertone with Eugene the way I may do some of the other husbands. Eugene is not like that. He kind of lets Toya do her, be herself, which is very good. That's very healthy for a marriage, especially when you're dealing, with an alpha female type personality. It says fighters, they are usually on the side of the average man whose psychology they understand well. August 9th people know what makes people tick. So that goes back to him prodding and jabbing at people, As students of human character, they are not only adept at sizing people up, but also know how to approach them when necessary and convince them of what is best for everyone concerned in a situation. Thus, they have many ideas about how people may best enjoy their lives, and they can get what they need, and how they can best proceed politically or socially. Therefore, those born on this day can sometimes be too generous with their advice as well as too controlling and dominating. They must allow more for others to decide what is best for themselves. It says August 9th people are not only good persuaders, able to win others over to their side, but feel a great measure of responsibility for those who follow their advice or come under their wing. It says August 9th people rarely give up or admit defeat once they have embarked on a project. That takes me to all this damn moving him and Toya insist on doing every year. It's kind of like Eugene doesn't want to show that he has taken an L. And actually, they have taken several L's on the show. And, that's fine, but be real about it. Be humble about it. Get in one house. Stay in one house. Stop doing all this moving around with your kids. It's not healthy for them. Okay? Like, I just feel like that's very selfish of him and Toya to do that. And, he just really needs to put his foot down when it comes to Toya and their marriage and all this, moving. It says they usually find their principal area of interest early in life and stick to it with great tenacity. Most born on this day make devoted parents and family members, but if forced by death or circumstance to remarry, will give their love again a second time without reserve. At times, August 9th people are capable of being insensitive to the needs of those they love, in that they think they may know what is best before giving their ear to requests or suggestions. And it also says it is very important for those born on this day to have a trusted friend who can warn them when they get off track. So hopefully they are really cool, with Simone and Cecil. Simone and Cecil are like the most logical people on the show. They do not flex. They don't flaunt their wealth. They live in a very basic house. Their houses are nice, but it's, it's basic. And that's fine, and I feel like Toya and Eugene, they both can take a page out of Simone and Cecil's book. Just have a standard, for how you want to live, and stop trying to keep up with the Joneses or trying to prove people wrong. I think that's kind of where Toya and Eugene are caught up, trying to prove people wrong that think that they are gonna fail. And it's like, y'all gotta stop doing that. Y'all doing y'all children a disservice, y'all selves. So hopefully Cecil can impart some knowledge, to Eugene, and Simone can do the same for Toya, because whatever Cecil and Simone have, that's what Toya and Eugene, they need in their marriage, especially as far as money and wealth is concerned. I feel like Cecil and Simone, like I said, they are the most logical on the show. You don't see them flexing. You don't see them throwing a party and, having their car delivered at the party for everybody to see, and there's no proving I got money. I think that Simone may have gotten her a Maserati. I mean, she works hard, it ain't no big deal. I'm sure Cecil has some nice, vehicles as well, but they don't, to me, they don't really try to flex. They don't try to shove their money in your face. It's kind of they just want to live good. They just want to take care of their children's college education. They just are very regular schmegular people, and I like that about them. I really do. I really do. Let's look at Eugene's tarot. So it says the 9th card of the major arcana is the hermit, who walks carrying a lantern and a stick. He represents meditation, isolation, and silence. The card signifies crystallized wisdom and ultimate discipline. The hermit is a taskmaster who uses conscience to keep others on their own path. The positive side of this card is a stick-to-itiveness, purpose, profundity, and concentration. Negative meanings include dogmatism, intolerance, mistrust, and discouragement. August 9th people should learn from the value of withdrawal from the world and periodic examination of their values. We saw that last season where Eugene was trying to examine what his next career could or should be. It seemed like he was burned out from emergency medicine. He's burned out from working on these long hours. So hopefully in this next season, we see that, he's doing some other things, right, that he enjoys outside, honey, of medicine, okay? The advice the book gives him is what you believe to be true for the welfare of others is not always for the best. Remember the power your words have to control and to hurt. Therefore, beware of undue influence on the lives of others. Learn to listen carefully. And Eugene, honey, you need to be listening to Cecil when it comes to your wallet and your money and buying all these homes that you and Toya can't afford. Okay? The book also mentions by him being born on August 9th, he can be overly aggressive. I'm guessing that's probably when he's stressed. The book also mentions something about fitness for Eugene. It says, because of their disregard for their own fitness, however, they must be periodically reminded by their mates, family, or friends to take better care of themselves. That takes us, was it season 5? I believe when they went out of town and Eugene had a really high blood pressure. He stopped taking his blood pressure meds. Eugene is also overweight. He, overeats, and Toya has been on him for years about, kind of keeping his weight in check. So it speaks on that. His meditation says some people do their best work sleeping. Oh, child. That's kind of shady. Okay, we ain't doing nothing when we sleeping, but I guess, honey, okay, get into it. But anyways, honey, that's all I got. That's all I got on this birthday reading of Eugene Harris. Don't forget, guys, to like, comment, and subscribe. I am your girl, brand new, and I will check you guys out in the next video.